everyone, welcome to the Sunday Art Show, and today I'm going to try and do a cow painting for you in around about 10 minutes. Let's see how much we can get done. So I'm starting with a mix of burnt umber and a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red. And I'm going to use this to just block in the head of the cow and then continue with that same colour for the body and the legs and the whole rest of the animal. So I'm just changing to a slightly larger brush so I can cover a bigger area in a shorter time. Let's just correct the line of the head a little bit. So, as you can see, we've now fairly quickly blocked in the silhouette of a cow ambling along through a field with this neutral brown colour. So now what I'm going to do is mix up a reddish brown and use that to pick out some of the highlights on the animal. Now I'm using the interactive acrylic paint, so I'm just going to give the painting a quick spray with water, and hopefully that will allow me to blend one colour into another. Keep all of my edges fairly soft. And now, having added a healthy dose of ultramarine blue to the same mix, I'm now going to keep going with the same brush and pop in some of the very deep shadows. On the animal's torso. Now, by using a big brush in the way that I am, it really forces you to consider carefully how you're going to angle the brush and what kind of brush stroke you're going to put down, because if you don't consider that, then you can end up with, rather a mess. Next I'm switching to the same colour but with a healthy mix of titanium white in, and having just sprayed the painting with water again, I'm using this to paint in the lighter areas of the animal. So this particular cow is a Frisian. I think it's a Frisian actually. It doesn't have the usual pattern, but either way it's got a mix of lighter and darker areas. So we can't just use one colour for this particular cow. So our cow is starting to take shape now. I need to mix up some orangey brown next, and then some light blue to really pick out the highlights. So another quick spray with the water bottle, and a slightly smaller brush. And I'm just very lightly feathering this orange colour. It's a slightly browny orange, but it's mostly just cadmium yellow and a bit of cadmium red. And I would normally use a pinkish colour for the nose of the cow, but I'm going to stick with the same orange just to save a little bit of time, and I'll use that same colour to indicate the position of the eye. Next, using some pure ultramarine blue, I'm just going to improve the definition of some of the lines a little bit. And I also need to place the ear as well, which I hadn't depicted at all before. So this poor animal definitely needs an ear, so let's block that in deep shadow using the same blue. There we go. We won't do too much of that, but I just felt the need to improve the line of the head a little bit. So the next thing to do is I'm going to block in some sky. So I'll check back in when I've done that. So we've used about just under 9 minutes so far on the animal. I'll block in the sky and the grass, and then we'll use the final minute to finish off. Alright, as you can see, I've loosely blocked in a light green for the field and a darker bluey green for the background trees. And now let's finish off this cow. So I'm going to start with some pure titanium white and just pick out some areas where the light is catching. And now I've mixed that with a little bit of cobalt blue. For the lighter areas on the head. And the neck as well. We'll use that same blue on the lower rear leg. Now you remember that orange I used on the back before? I've just added a goodly amount of yellow to that. And we can use that to pick out the line of the back a little bit more clearly than we currently have it. And then a deep purple for the darker shadows. So again, we're using this, like we did the very light colours, we're using this fairly selectively. Not going to go over the top, especially given the limited time, but in general it's a good tip that you want to be, be sparing with the darkest and lightest colours. And then we just need to add a couple of details to the face. So switching to my small brush, we just need a nostril. We need some darkness in the eye. And I've just realised I need a lighter outline around that ear. So I'll use the light orange for that one. So here's a better look at the finished 10-minute cow painting. And on the whole, I'm pretty happy with this one, especially given the limited amount of time. But one of the things I thought I would do is try a brighter blue background and brighter grass. So I'm just going to change those colours now. And there we go, a little bit more of a brighter blue and brighter yellow in the upper and lower background respectively, and I feel that really makes the colours in the cow pop a little better. Anyway, so there's the finished 10-minute cow painting. Hope you enjoyed watching this one. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to press the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next Sunday for the next episode of the Sunday Art Show. Thanks very much for watching.